Hey guys, welcome back to another Command & Conquer 3 Kane's Wrath video commentary. I hope you've been enjoying those free-for-all tournament videos, which we have now wrapped up. Casted so much of that tournament. That was pretty epic, insane. Great games, great matches there, but we are back onto the regular 1v1 here. I thought I'd jump in and do a classic 1v1 on Rift. Who doesn't love these? We have two players here, Death Sentence, aka Death Pants, Death Penalty, against Phoenix, aka Nashington, Inspire, Phoenix. But we're going to jump in. This is a random mirror. We are on Rift. If we jump over onto the right-hand side, it's going to be Death Sentence here, playing as what appears to be a Nod faction of some type. Yes, that is definitely going to be Death Sentence. We'll wait for the rats to come down. What do we got? We have a Vanilla Nod. So Vanilla Nod for Death Penalty. And Stephen Donald Nashington has got the Black Hands. That's right, we've got Cabals. We got Cabs on the field here right now. He's going for two. No, a third one is drafted now up there. And Engineer going a little bit wide, maybe looking to booby trap the Garrison. You do see this from time to time. It's not, it used to be a really common, you don't see it as much anymore, but he has booby trapped it, so if units get into that, it will immediately kill them. You can also place it on your Garrison, on your tech structures, and it will prevent enemies from capturing them because it will detonate, killing the Engineer and destroying the structure. Now, Death Sentence, obviously they will see each other's factions here. Death Sentence is never going to win that. There's not even really much opportunity to run here. I believe he looks like he's killed the squad. If there was a squad up the top, that was also killed as well. I'm not 100% sure if Death sent one there, but not too important. He knows what's coming. He's probably going to go for some bikes because, you know, in Nod type mirrors, Nod sub-faction mirrors, things like that, it's actually going for a Raider Buggy. You got to be careful because, you know, biking each other is super popular in this type of matchup here, and the Raider Buggy is going to bypass the first squad here. It will take quite a while to destroy the squad, and of course that'll give him more time to sneak out something. Now, second harvester comes down here, but it looks like this could be an operations center. Actually, is that paused? Oh no, it's a refinery, my bad. Did he construct something that we didn't see as well? Because that harvester seemed to come out. Oh no, that makes sense. No, 16 seconds for a harvester and then 30 for that. So I don't know, not sure if I've screwed myself up there, but both sides are pretty much mirrored right now. Expanding with just one power plant for Death Sentence. Nashington, look at this, identical builds, and he built a Raider Buggy obviously because he has to build one because he needs to be able to see what Nashington is doing. Nashington knows he's not being rushed. He knows he's not being rushed. Death will deploy before he gets too far, and there you go. Nash does actually have a Raider Buggy, which is why his harvester took a little bit longer to come out. He is going to deploy those there. He's actually going to put a Shredder turret down to clean up this Cabal squad, I believe. Yeah, he's going to place that down, and then he's going to expand. Look at that, actually absorbing a full volley from those Shredder turrets. And I believe he's just going to sell that off there. The Raider Buggy could clean up the Scout, but it's not terribly important. Death might be wanting to get the $300 back from his investment. Their Scorpion tank will come out, so that will actually push him away. So what's he up to? He's got 5 harvesters there. Nash probably on the same pitch. Yes, he's got 5 harvesters as well. He's made it all the way to expansion, whereas Death's only just deploying. We can see the structure is 3/4 of the way done. If this is a refinery, he's going to have a nice edge over Death Sentence. Not game winning, but it's just nice. If you're playing an eco game where both sides are just ecoing, it's always good obviously to be somewhat ahead. In that retrospect, a bike will come out and that will scare off the Raider Buggy here. The Raider Buggy now being pushed back. Steve Nash is going to micro that one there, but there is a no, that is his Raider Buggy as well. He might actually be able to destroy this Raider Buggy here with the bike, with this DPS, but no, Death Sentence comes to save it. He's got his own bikes here. He will try to focus down that bike. He does get it. He hasn't lost a bike yet, but he will lose one. Yes, he will lose one to that Raider Buggy there, but then Death Sentence should be able to clean that up. So he lost a bike and a Raider Buggy for just one bike. So Death Sentence, you know, it's obviously incredibly minor, but it has such a psychological effect when you have almost no units at this stage of the game when you're both ecoing to win such a small engagement there. It's not even a win. It's just kind of like a kind of swing at each other, and one bike the difference. But he has got double war factory. That's why we can see so many bikes out here. Steve Nash has a second war factory. He always has a refinery down as well. That looks like Death Sentence doesn't have the refinery down, so he's gone for more units over getting more economy quicker. He is splitting his bikes up into 2 groups there. Some of them are going back, some of them are going forward, and so he's going to go forward with these ones here. And yeah, Nash sees it straight away, puts the Shredder turret down, does not go for the cell, which is unexpected. He's got Cabals, which will do far more damage than the actual Shredder turret itself. Steve Nash able to swipe some blue tip. I'm surprised that Death Sentence, the bikes that he pulled back didn't actually go to the blue tip field. They could have had an undefended harvester while these bikes pulled him out of position, but no, he's brought it all back. So Death Sentence there had the opportunity for a 2-pronged attack, didn't take advantage of it there, and Nash is going to get away with a full load of blue Tiberium and now his economy was already ahead by a little bit, and now he's just going to get ahead further. He's got 3 and 2 with his op center down. Death Sentence does not even have a second refinery here. He just seems to be slipping further and further behind now. This is the thing, he's gone for a lot of units, and he's still got more units than Nash at the moment, but the problem is that he's not doing anything with units. He's not causing damage. He's just kind of sitting around, and Nash, being very greedy, he's being allowed to get away with it. He's like, hey, I spent way less on units than you did, but your units are just driving around on your side of the map. Not a good idea from Death Sentence. He just does not want to commit. He still doesn't have a second refinery down. He went for an operations center first for his Dozer Blade, but his Dozer Blade is still behind Nash's now. Nash's economy just catching up. He's got triple war factory. This is not looking good. Yeah, sure, he's still got more units out than Nash, but it's just not looking good for him at all. I mean, unless he needs to attack like right now, and he's got a 2-pronged attack as well, which means he's going to have bikes down the bottom and Scorp tanks up the top. Battle marker over here is just some infantry. These bikes will retreat, and Nashington not too fussed about defending that. He's sending his own bikes there while all of his Scorpion tanks move up. Here's MCV is making a move, but he will redeploy because he sees the tanks are here. There is going to be an engagement. It's pretty spaced out, but even now Nash has got the numbers game. Dozer Blade just finished, and now he's going to pack his MCV up and move it again. So that's just great for him. Picking off a few tanks here. This game is actually totally under control of Steve Nash. I'm not sure if we're going to see much of a fight here, actually. I'm hoping that Death Sentence does get some kind of miracle engage right now. He's actually got a number of tanks here. Now, he needs Dozer Blade to finish. He's going to be able to pick off some of these tanks at the front. We'll keep an eye on what the bikes are doing. They're moving across the blue field. He does finish his Dozer Blade here, so he's going to just reverse move a little bit. He's got a very nice line formation, which is quite good. If we jump down here, Nash camping out the blue tip field. He'd be looking to get more of that. 2 harvesters this time going back there. We are going to see a pretty big Scorp fight, and Death basically needs to win this Scorp fight to stay in the game. We can see on the radar the tib fields there. Look at that. Nash has cleaned up almost half his tib field, and Death has only sliced his a little bit here. So we are going to see the engage. Are they going to go in? Death Sentence is going to commit. They both have a good concave here, but Decoy Army comes down. Death immediately retreats to say that's not a good idea, but he's formation reverse moving, which means he's only moving as fast as the slowest tank, and it's going to be on now. I'm not sure who's going to win. It's going down to the targeting here, and Death Sentence now moving away, and Death Sentence is breaking the line here and falling back. Nothing else happening on the map at the moment. He is losing quite a number of tanks in the retreat, and now he's pushed back to his war factory. He's back to his buildings here. Nash is just scooping the blue Tiberium, as we can see on the map here. So I'm not sure what happened to Death Sentence bikes, whether he still has those, but he's being pushed back really far here, and Nash, I can see the bikes making a move for the southern field. We'll keep an eye on this fight here. There is battle markers happening down there, but there is bikes here. Death still has his bikes for defense, so that's fine, but this war factory now is taking damage. He needs to power that one up because a unit is about to come out. Oh my god, he's got a unit right there to go. He's using Fanatics. Nice work with the Fanatics there. He needs to power that up so he gets that last tank out. Oh, look at that, clutch. And the war factory will not go down. Oh my god, he saves the war factory. That was super tight. I'm not sure if those bikes did choose to engage down here. There are a lot of units missing. We may have missed something there. No, the bikes are over here, and so is Nash's bike buggy, but the bike buggy actually allowing to clean up those Fanatics here. Tanks engaging, and few reverse move issues there, causing some problems. Drawing some fire here. More Fanatics are going to come out. They are going to come out. They're not kind of heading towards the tanks. There we go, right towards the tanks here. They're getting shot at by the Raider buggies, but now the Raider buggies get completely fed to those Scorpion tanks. That's very well done. One Raider buggy will survive. There is another Fanatic squad there. Takes out a tank. Should be able to get... Oh, takes out 3 more tanks. Oh my god. Nash losing quite a lot of units here. These Fanatics are doing a lot of damage. Remember, Fanatics are cheaper than a Scorpion tank, so as long as they kill just one Scorpion tank, they will be cost effective. Bikes trading over here. Death does defend it out. It looks like a dead Harvester as well, but we'll keep an eye on this fight here because it's obviously the bigger one. And he's actually pushing Nash back to this field. Wow, Dash actually pushing him back. I'm not sure how Nash has not been able to supply the numbers. I mean, those Fanatics did a terrific job of defending. They have done a surprisingly ridiculously cost-effective job, and now Death here, he's trading at this point. They're trading tanks for tanks, and since Nash is actually refining, that's a bit of a problem. Still trading out bikes, but Death does retain the safety of his harvesters. Only 6 harvesters, quite a lot there. There's only one bike left. The Militant squad could probably clean it up. Now look at this, Nash being forced to produce his own Fanatics. And Death still has his Fanatics here. I mean, he's got so many, he could even go for the upgrade to increase their hit points and their movement speed, like they're not already quick enough. He's got 4 squads here, just chilling. Looks like he's still prepared to produce these as well. You got to watch out, Fanatics can die very quickly to anti-infantry, but the idea is that you bust them on the enemy before they can figure it out. But look at this, Nash he's pumped out a few as well. He's like, hey, Those are amazingly effective. I'm going to build some as well. Again, you only see it as a panic weapon for the side that's losing the Scorp battle, because it can get you back into the game by wiping Scorp's cost effectively. Battle Marker's raging over here. It's just a bike moving in. Death Sentence will be moving out with his tank numbers here. Now, he's got a problem in the fact that he's almost out of Tiberium. He needs to make a play, and all these militants actually able to snipe down some of these Fnatic squads, so they're actually coming in handy. We're going to see a pretty big engagement here. I think that Tiberium, what do you call it, little volcano thing there, just causing a few problems. Death is going to go around it, which is going to split his army up. But as we can see here now, the Fanatics up the top, they're not getting the connections, and it's going to be Fnatic versus Fnatic. That's pretty interesting. Tanks are starting to go down. Look at all the tanks there. There's debris flying all over the place here, and Death is forced to move back. That one last Fnatic squad will not quite land on those tanks. A little bit of dust and debris there from these tanks and infantry fights here. Pretty intense, but this is the problem. How's Death? Oh, he's Tib Vaned him. He's Tib Vaned him. Nash was standing right on the tip field. Oh my god, so many tanks are going down now, and now Death is moving in. Oh man, his whole army got wrecked. His whole army got wrecked, and he's allowed to clean up the remainder of the tanks. He's actually going to start targeting the war factories now. He gets a war factory as well. It was damaged by the Tib Vane. Oh man, I don't think Nash expected that. I mean, obviously you think that's going to happen eventually. What's happening? Oh, flame tanks! Flame tanks are moving to the back of Death's base. Death needs to do something about that right now, but he's completely shut down the economy of Steve Nash in the center field. He should be able to destroy this barracks as well, but these flame tanks now back here, leveling these refineries. Where's his MCV? His MCV, does he have one? Oh my god, does Death not have an MCV? I don't think he has an MCV, not unless it's hiding somewhere at stealth. He's going to destroy Nash's MCV, but he needs to pull these tanks back right now. He needs to stop this flame tank. There's actually a few Scorpion tanks here. They should be able to stop that one. They will stop that first flame tank. The second flame tank is still alive, and he is retreating. He's elite now. He's ranked up. Cabal's trying to hold the line. Actually managed to destroy that tank there. Debris flying all over the place, and we can see now the Panic Fanatics are back out once again. But he doesn't. What was that? Was that a flame tank? I believe. No, that looks like a Scorpion tank. That's definitely a Scorpion tank. Battle Marker over here. The flame tank does come back in. Will score a power plant kill, but Death Sentence again. Oh, there's actually a flame tank over here. He's got to be so careful. Where is tanks? Their tanks have actually moved down here. We'll be destroying some harvesters as well. His army is so far out of position now of his structures. He needs to have a few tanks here. And I believe there's 3 tanks, but there was a flame tank. Oh my god, there's a flame tank coming in over here right now. He's got Black Hand here, but how much damage is going to do this war factory if it goes down? Death Sentence is pretty much history. One more tank will come out. That's his only production structure. Oh, Steve Nash, he changed targets too soon. Does he realize this? Does he not realize that he's changed targets? He didn't get the war factory. Oh my god, and the refinery will stand. Oh no, that was terrible. It wouldn't matter if he killed one or the other, both of them. He needs to kill just one. No refinery, no money, no war factory, no units. It just doesn't matter which one he killed, but he couldn't kill them. That was intense, and now Death is falling back. Nash does not have an MCV. He's got one war factory, and he's got this barracks here as well. Battle Markers raging. Few Fnatic squads still remain over here. Fnatic's actually destroying a cloaked harvester there. I think Death would be happy to take the trade, really, because he can probably spare a few halves. He's got like 6 or 7 to 1 ref. He's desperately trying to repair these structures back to full health. Nash cannot build any. Oh no, he can. He can construct flame tanks, and I believe. I mean, if I was Nash, I would definitely have that that money flame tank still out there. These Black Hand squads can be important at this point of the game, but they are just getting crushed up. Not the best idea there. Now, Death, his remaining tanks which were saved have now been fully repaired, which is going to allow him to counter it. Now, Nash does not have enough tanks. Death outnumbers him about 3 to 1 right now. Quite a lot of outnumbering happening here. He's still got the operations center, but he really only needs to retain that if he's going for flame tanks. It's the only thing. I mean, obviously it allows him to build Fanatics. Maybe that's why he's retaining it. Black Hand squad will be allowed to clean these guys up. That last Fanatic, look at that. Just one member of the squad took off about half the health of that tank. Oh, there's another flame tank here. Oh, it's elite as well. This could be and it's heroic. He's got a heroic flame tank. He's only got 2 buildings left. If Death doesn't kill this right now, oh my god, all he needs to do is tickle this power plant, but he doesn't get it quite, not yet. But Nash, you can just tell there's got to be one more floating around. There's got to be one more floating around. There's a few Fnatic squads here. He's going for the bottom spikes. One more tank goes down. Nash has only got 5 tanks and a ton of Cabals. But the thing is, Death is going to have to lead units at home. He's got no choice. He's left this completely undefended. I mean, he's been hit 3 times in this position, and every single time he's paid heavily, but he still is sending all of his units away. Oh my god, if Nash has a flame tank, and I'm not going to look for one right now because there is a battle happening over here. There's 2 Fnatic squads there. There are some Raider buggies, and the Raider buggies get the kills they need. The Raider buggies need to finish those guys off. That Fnatic squad does a lot of damage. A beacon comes down by Death Sentence. I'm not sure why he's beaconing his own army. I'm not 100% sure. He's got his harvesters here as well. Maybe he could use them to sacrifice, because right now his tank force is being worn down, but not fast enough, I don't think. There is one more. There's a few more Raider buggies here. They do rank up at the exact same time. How's that double rank? More tanks falling now. Fnatic squads pouring out of 2 racks. He must have rebuilt the MCV because the War Factory has been sold. And Death Sentence, oh my god, is he not able to break this? Remember, Death Sentence cannot reinforce. He's got no units left. Oh my god, he just threw his Raider buggies away. Oh my god, there's no reason to lose Raider buggies to that. He's got the harvesters here now. He came in all at the wrong angle, wrong timing. Surprisingly, Nash hasn't done anything about that power plant. There's Black Hand squads, but a few tanks were sent back by Death Sentence. Best move he's made all game here. And he needs to quickly destroy these, and that, oh, look at that Fnatic squad gets completely destroyed. Does he have a heroic tank there? Oh, he's got a heroic Scorpion tank. He's got another one which is on elite status. Now Nash cannot construct Fanatics. I'm not sure where his MCV is. I'm almost certain he would have built an MCV. Oh my god, he's selling out of the game. He's selling out of the game. Is that it? The Black Hand squad didn't get to the power plant. Does Nash not have an MCV? Oh my god, if these are his last buildings. If these are his last buildings, the Harvesters have saved the day here. He doesn't actually finish that one off, but that last tank should be able to get it. And I'm not sure why he's destroying Harvesters right now. They absolutely have no value. Oh my god, is Nash going to lose this game? No, he does have a structure somewhere. He must have constructed an MCV. There it is. It is down here, but it's not stealth. What can he hope to achieve? How much money does he have? That's the question. Death Sentence has $3,000, but he can't spend it. Nash has about $1,800. He can build rocket squads, put them in the buildings, maybe buy himself a little bit of time here. Harvesting is now pretty pointless here. Nash could attempt to recover. He does hold 3 spike. Remember that. 3 spike is being held. Death holds 1 spike, but of course we can see it's not actually generating because he can only hold $3,000 at the moment and he can't actually spend it. So that spike will not be generating anything further. We'll just move the map around here. But oh man. Oh, what's happening over here? There is one Scorpion tank over here that might escape from these Cabal squads. It's going to be tight. Is he going to lose it? He does lose it. Remember, again, Death Sentence cannot replace his losses. And this is the thing for Death. He can't afford to lose this power plant, but he doesn't know where Nash is. Nash has got some infantry moving across the top. He's got some units over here, but remember, he's on spike technology. Is he trying to go for a refinery? That would be pretty intense. Death Sentence doesn't seem to know about this either. He doesn't know he's down. He's going for a refinery because, again, Nash does have harvesters, but they're not stealth, but they're all full of Tiberium here. And he needs to figure out where they are. These tanks will find these guys here. It's absolutely imperative that Nash is not allowed to refine this Tiberium. If he refines the Tiberium inside these harvesters, he will be able to build enough infantry to kill the remaining tanks of Death Sentence. It doesn't matter how good the crushers are. He just doesn't have enough tanks to close the gap. And look at this, he's sitting here, he's got a heroic tank. This heroic tank should be out, like killing stuff. Sitting back here is not terribly important. Elite tank there, a few veterans as well, which have survived for quite some time. But, and the refinery is down, and here come the harvesters. Oh no, Death Sentence. He had such a bad start in this game and such a bad movement, and then that Tib Vane kind of gifted him the window he needed and he got himself back in the game. But unfortunately now these harvesters are spreading out. You can see the Tiberium leaking out of them. They're pretty heavily damaged. Yeah, Nash is now refiring. He's going to go straight for a barracks. And I mean, he could even go for a comm center, operation center, and just spam Fanatics like he was doing before. There's absolutely nothing Death can do about Fanatics. He can't crush them because that's what they want to have happen. There is actually a second elite tank there, but he's just about dead. But Death, he's just got these forces here. I'm not sure if he realizes, I mean, he must know that Nash has nothing but, yeah, he's obviously worried about a flame tank, but he doesn't need to leave like 10 tanks there to stop a flame tank. If he puts a few over here and a few over here, he'll just be set. But unfortunately, yeah, he's realized it now. He's splitting up a few tanks. He's not sending the heroic tank out though. I'd send the actually, where is the heroic tank? Yeah, the heroic tank is over here, but Nash now, he's found him. He's obviously got these stealth harvesters here, but Nash, look at this. He's building an operations center, and he knows it's like, hey, I don't need to build rocket squads. I can just build Fanatics, and he can't ever kill them. I can just run straight for his power plant, and the more damage Death takes, the more he's going to lose. Oh man, I can't believe he couldn't find this base here. He's got a few harvesters to weather some shots here, but the Scorpion tanks are a little bit faster, but unfortunately all that movement there was pretty intense. He's trying to get the harvester to take the fall here, and he will take the fall, the whole squad as well. But again, Death has only got so many of those that he can throw away. He's got a tank over here. It's the heroic tank, takes pretty heavy damage. This is a good idea to milk the Fanatics here, because this tank can obviously self-repair, which is very important. Meanwhile, there's too many Fanatic squads here. These tanks Oh man, Death Sentence not watching this here at the moment. Another tank. Oh, that elite tank. He's got 2 elite tanks. Oh, that elite tank is going to fall. It goes down now. There's 2 harvesters here. These 2 harvesters are for the epic charge, and they will suck up those squads there, but was it going to be enough? No, look at this. Oh my god, fire and debris everywhere. Nash is going to hold the line here. Death Sentence. Oh man, the cake was real. I'm not even sure if I described that as cake. I mean, he obviously didn't know what he was looking for. It was going the heroic tank. We can see the chassis there burning, which means it could have only been destroyed and unable to construct any vehicles. Obviously, if he didn't lose his war factory or refinery, even if he didn't lose the war factory, he could have rebuilt an MCV. He had a spike. It would have given him enough money to eventually rebuild an MCV. Then he could just sell the war factory, put another ref down, and he'd be back in business. But if he didn't lose any of them, he could have just kept pumping tanks and raider buggies all day. He had plenty of harvesters to long-range mine. There's always a harvester docking, basically. But 20 minutes there. Game, what can I say? Nash opened splendidly. Death Sentence managed to claw his way back with a nice tib vein, and essentially just he just didn't make it. There's a few decisions that he just didn't make, and unfortunately that cost him, and he repeated a few mistakes as well, which was not good either. Nash just took advantage of that, destroying majority of Death Sentence's space and knocking his build out. But I think Death should have realized once he destroyed Nash's base and all that, he should have realized, hey, look, I've got all these tanks, I've got these units, I don't need to put all of them at his base. He sat so many tanks around that power plant for so long. Nash just like, yeah, cool, you can not find me for 5 minutes and I'll just recover. That was just, that was probably the cake that Death made. $98,000, $155,000. Oh man. Death Sentence was at a serious economic disadvantage. You can see there from the beginning. But as per the units, that was probably the Tiberian vein detonation right there that just did a staggeringly large amount of damage here. Actually, that was probably killing a lot of infantry. That might not have been the tib vein. I don't think that was at the 14-minute mark. I think that was a bit sooner, probably one of these over here. But nonetheless, that would have been mainly infantry that went down there. And because we see 170 units to 85, that was a pretty big engage, but that was a really good fight. Really enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed that game. Well done to both players. I'm Green Zero, and I'll catch you in the next video.